and get that set up. Actually, no, that one's right. The one that I want is this one. Discord invite. Good morning. Looking 20 lines. Take that down to 15. What you looking at? What you got today, Donnell? Got any interesting movers? 15, 12. Right now, I'm just gonna look over a couple of things that I've been looking as for swing trades. Let's start with GRR. So GRR, I was interested in the other day when it first popped up. I was interested in returning to one of these two levels here at the 283 or the 215. It came down all the way to the 215, got a nice bounce. I did miss that because it got down there at the end of the day, and I just didn't want to, enter anything at the end of the day, so I just let it ride. It didn't have the volume, didn't have the continuation of that news, but it did give a pretty good bounce there from the 212s up to the 271s, which I was like, well, whatever. The next thing that I've been watching is SoFi, which I was hoping would come back down, but does not look like it's trying to make its way down too much. I was playing that because of the student loan catalyst or whatever and its connection to the payment systems. Next one is, let me see what I'm on. INDO, of course, I've been looking at this one for a while along this bottom. I've already added to it. My average price right now is like around 420 or something. Let me add that. GFAI. I'm going to look at that one in a minute. BMR, of course, still holding this range, came back down. So it IPO'd up here at $3-4, came down, fell through this level that it held for a while. So 284 all the way down here, and came up here and gapped up. And I was like, on this day of the gap, I was like, okay, well, what would be an obvious place? And this thing had no real obvious place to come back down to. It had this $4, and then it had this right here, but it continued to fall, and so it closed this gap, and this is where I added down here right around this gap, 240 for one entry and 280 on the other ones. That one's holding up. RX was another one that I had got into, but I sold out of it because I was looking for a day trade on it. And as of right now, it looks like it's finding a little bit of resistance. Came up here, tried to get back to the 1675s, but kind of has chopped this way back down under the 15s. So I don't know what that one wants to do. Hustle was another one we had talked about. It was an oil stock. Hustle is a little bit closer to $2. It's a little less volatile than INDO. It only has a top up here of 16 bucks. So it hasn't really proven that it can have like a really big rip. I mean, $2 or $3 up to 16 is a lot, but when we look at INDO, we see this $4 up to $86. It's a little bit more volatility that could happen there. And if it does get a nice trend upward, being an oil stock, it may even start doing something like I don't know, paying a dividend or something. So I'm just gonna hold it and see what happens, especially into the winter time. I would say the other one we was watching one of those days was ICAD. ICAD had popped up here from 216, or let me make sure I'm on the right day. Okay, yeah, popped up from like 215 up here to the $4. and it's holding around these levels. Never did come back and retest the 220s, just holding its levels up here right above the $3 on ICAD. All right, so let's look at GFAI. GFAI was one that was moving yesterday. It has a what looks like a gap right there and right there. So from the 891 up to the 1170s. Yesterday it ran up from $4 all the way up to about $8. So a $4 run is basically the same amount of money that's in this one from 11 to right at 9. I guess not really a $4 move, but still we'll see what happens today on it. GFAI up 14%. I don't know how choppy that one's going to get. Let's look at the oh, I believe this one was a low float though. We'll see what it wants to do on a Friday. Does it have any kind of news? Let's see. Trump, digital world, why emerging biosolution shares are trading higher. Any other news? Not really. The other things that I'm watching up here on my Overwatch is the SPY, of course. Oil continues to go on up. Continues to hold these levels. We'll see if it continues that. If it does come back down, I'm going to add some more to my oil position. Nvidia, of course, continuing. It hit a high of the 480s, came down to the 450s, and now it's holding above a few gaps here. So there's a gap here at 444 and 439. And it already filled this gap down here, so not going to worry about that. But it does have a top range. If we extend this backwards, extend to the left, we can see that this has had multiple touches here at the 438. So it could be a possible re-entry, or it could break down, but that's what the risk management is there for. We'll see. Activision is another one that had a huge move up from 82s all the way up to the 93s top here, and then it came down, held these levels, bottom of 89, right under the 90s, and had another gap up here. So it has a gap here that it has been playing in. It hasn't really filled it yet, but it has a gap here. So Activision definitely bullish. What I think Activision is bullish based on the partnerships and the things that it's got going. Meta was another one that had a lot of partnerships out here. It is coming down, or yesterday it was coming down from the hit the top of the 318s and came down to the 302s, which isn't a crazy move down for it. Just kind of like a retracement. AI still up here as well on my Overwatch. Looking at it, a lot of times when this one gaps or something like that, a lot of the AI tickers, CXAI, GFAI, all of those begin to move. But this one right now, yesterday it closed red, looking like it wants to take a little bit of a break. So we'll see. Let's see. And Donnell said GFAI has double top at $8 worth of watch. Could break. Could definitely break. Let's flip out here to, what was I looking at? It's looking through a couple of stocks and stuff here. All right, so let's see recent relevant news.
Good vibes.
What's up, Drifter? You got any watches for today? Any interesting continuation stocks or things that you're playing into next week? Impact of U.S. interest rate, daily markets.
At HH Trader our man how?
Man, I'm just out here, man, just trying to keep up with you guys. You guys be out here running circles around me. I'm just looking, seeing, observing y'all and y'all's greatness. Trade talks, the growing automotive software market, trade talks, blah, blah, blah. Do we have any more? Latest financial business, eyes on higher, open as mega
So
large
many to
caps
choose from.
recover. Yeah, it always is. What do you use for a scanner software, Drifter? Are you using a TOS or are you using something else? Are you using like trade what do they call it? Trade ideas, or what are you using for scanner software? Mexican bottler, Arca,
Trading View.
Trading View.
Has a
Nice.
stock screener.
Yep. Croatian, Amazon builds 120 million satellite, World Bank's IFC. Okay, let's go over to the BBC. All right. Chip giant delays U.S. Production in
Hi.
blow to Biden. So I guess that's from Singapore. What's up, Lori? Let's see what the chip giants are talking about. Chip giant delays Arizona production in blow to Biden. Chip making giant Taiwan semiconductor has delayed the start of production as its factory in the U.S. State of Arizona in a setback to President Biden's technology ambitions. Okay. Let's see the numbers though. White House laid to
Check
bring
out
more
our Discord. No paywall. Free to join.
on Thursday.
https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
During an earnings presentation, Mr. Liu said the plant was or has been under construction since April 2021. That's been a long time. He added that the firm was working to improve the situation, including sending experienced technicians from Taiwan to
traders.
train local skilled workers in the U.S. Oh, that's a wow. So we're getting training from the Taiwanese. Do we not have semiconductor training here in the U.S.? Is that what they're saying? I mean, it's in Arizona. We have nobody else in the U.S. that can train people on making semiconductors. All right. TSMC also forecast a 10% drop in sales this year because of slower demand for semiconductors. The company said its profits fell around 23% to 181.8 billion Taiwanese dollars. So that's about 5.8 billion in US dollars and 4.5 billion in the pound. U.S. firms more negative about doing business in China. December last year. So we're gonna see about these semiconductors. Either way it goes, we're probably gonna get them produced. Whether we have to, I think what they're trying to do is just bring things more in house, bringing these factories and things to the U.S. so we're not so outwardly dependent, and there are more companies that can produce the things that
Ben, is Ben still active in the market?
Is Ben still active in the market? Nah, Ben is almost strictly crypto. He's cryptoed out. He's crypto. So he said he'll come back one day, but crypto right now is making him money, a lot of money. So, you know, he's got staking going on. He's got different investments out there. He's developing in the crypto world. He's marketing and doing everything in crypto. So I don't know, man. We're gonna have to throw him a bone or something to get him back. I don't know. He's cryptoed out, man. I mean, literally all he does is the websites he uses. Everything is crypto. He gets paid crypto for like everything he does. So I don't know if he will make his way back downtown and visit us. All right, so we got about 3 minutes to the bell. Let these first couple of minutes play out and see what ends up coming up. Donnell called out GFAI for a possible test of this high. Now I don't know if it's gonna break this high, but this is definitely some resistance that it could test up here to the $8. So we'll just throw up a possible resistance. I'm gonna make this a white line, but that's definitely a possibility there for it to get back to that 8. Other than that, I don't really care about GRR.
GFAI, PSQH, DWAC, and FRTX are my top watches.
Okay. What's up, Pablo? GFAI, PSQH, DWAC. I saw DWAC. It's trending in a couple of Reddit groups and things like that. And FRTX. All right. So FRTX, 90 cents. Let's see. Did it have any kind of news or any kind of catalyst today, or is it a continuation stock? Fresh Track shares are trading higher after company announced a 8.25 million buyout of its right to receive future. Ooh, what is that drug name?
SEC announcement yesterday.
Yeah, that drug name. Oh my gosh, hold up. Let's sound this word out so I don't break my tongue. All right, future sopyronium bromide. Okay, cool. So they got some kind of drug that they are getting bought out of the right to receive future whatever this bromide payments from Botanics.
AYYY, what's up, brother?
What's up, Fresh? We're out here looking through a couple of the chat's picks before we get started. We got a minute left to the open, and I'm kind of just sitting back. Haven't seen anything with any kind of crazy volume yet, but these things are looking like they're on the move. DWAC does have a nice little uptrend here. Came up here to the top side of the 18, 25, 26 level. Flip over here to PSQH. It also, all of these have these same like tops, these what look like double tops that could break. So PSH, oh my goodness, PSQH has a top here of 35.75. Don't know if it is a actual top or resistance, so we'll make that a white line because I don't know. We'll change it to whatever it becomes after the test. Same thing with DWAC. What is this top? 1823s. And I'll go look real quick to see if they had any kind of news on DWAC. I know they had the Reddit news and a lot of social media buzz. DWAC.
Yes, sir, they all look good for more. Just got to wait on volume. Winking face. Let's make some money on this blessed Friday. Anything happening with cannabis stocks?
Not that I've seen. I haven't really looked in depth to cannabis stocks in a while. I gotta remember some of the cannabis names. What was it? Altria. There were a couple. Markets just opened, letting things play out. Should get some things popping on the scans here in a minute. Once they get a little bit more volume. FRTX almost to $1. Has a high top here of $1.06.
I know there's a lot of legalization news going on in different states.
All right, so let's look at these daily charts for these FRTX. See where it can actually go to. Does it have some kind of clear level of support on the daily chart? Flip over to TOS real quick. So it had a previous pop-up here, and I guess we should have looked at this one first. We'll extend this to the left. Has a little clear touching point right here at the dollar. It continues to touch, so we'll see how it tests that dollar. 91 cents at the bottom, the dollar test for the top. Let's go to GFAI. GFAI basically has the same motion. We already had some levels out here. Top side is the $8 for that test. Let's actually go over and look at GFAI. It's actually staying green. I just want to see if it can touch that $8, really. Because it's looking like it's bundling up. All those stocks are green right now. DWAC also moving up. If we look at the volume, though, we look for volume and we look for range. So what is going to open up from the open, be able to hold its levels and look for a possible move higher? GFAI looking like it's trying to get up there to that 8. Only it's at 7.75, only 25 cents. And look at there. Very strong push towards that 8. I don't know what's going to happen when it gets there.
Let's go.
But it's looking
Almost
pretty
all
bullish.
my tickers breaking out.
Yep, looking bullish there. GFAI holding green on the day for now. And this is the slowdown around here where buyers are like, okay, are we going to get aggressive here? And this is where they start reading the level 2s here. So the level 2s are going to show you pretty much what orders are currently being put on the books. Not orders that are being filled, but where are people sitting. So let's look up here to look at this $8 level. 17,000 shares right there sitting at the $8 level there. So we want to be cognizant of those big levels because those could be limit orders sitting up there getting sold into. If that disappears, maybe it'll be able to push through that $8 level. But there is a big wall that doesn't seem to be moving there at that $8 level right now. And let's look down on the level 2 bid side to see where they're trying to catch this thing. Are there any 10,000 share positions here for catching? I see something at $6.99, but that's all the way down here. That's a long way away at $6.99. Is anybody willing to put some big size up higher than that? Can we even truly touch the $8? I don't think we touched it right there. It was $7.95. Very close, but not a true touch. So it is a little bit of resistance, and we already spotted that resistance at the $8 level. And they may have, yeah, it's still sitting there. It's getting bigger there, 803. Bigger and bigger. So GFAI looking like the top mover on the day. Almost 10 million shares traded. PSH or PSQH still holding its levels there as well. Went down to the 27s, popped back up here to the 29s. A nice $2 jump back up. DWAC continuing up as well. Had this high of the 19s. Still looking very strong going towards that unknown resistance or support level.
DWAC, let's go to a quick scalp, baby.
DWAC. Yeah. It's definitely getting on up there. It actually broke that high right there. We can see a little wick getting through there to the 1835s. Will this become resistance? We don't know. It's already tested. Maybe some people will be like, okay, it tested this level. You know, we may or may not have taken that trade. Let's see what it does. Is it going to get strong through this level? It's the only thing holding green right now. Everything else is transitioned red. GFAI, big pull down back into the levels. PSQH, also red. So DWAC pushing higher through that level. GFAI hitting 10 million shares traded now.
GFAI, still sitting. It was a nice bounce off VWAP.
Only up 11% now. So we look for range and we look for volume. It has volume, but it's losing its range. But this is only the beginning. And DWAC, man, look at that blast through. That top level was 1825 all the way up to the 1927s. Almost a dollar rip right there out of the open. Let's check the SPY real quick. SPY not doing much. Back over to DWAC.
DWAC, let's go, bye.
Let's go, baby. Ooh, that thing's got a range on it.
I am up 1,000 on DWAC.
Nice. Getting a big move there. DWAC continuing to push. I don't even know. Let me look on the daily chart. I don't even know where this thing could stop. It just is going. I don't even know. Maybe $20. Could it be 20? All right, so now my scanners are populating. My scanners are a little bit behind because I use a free software, which is TOS, 15 minutes, and then it starts populating. Okay, now I can see exactly what you're talking about. I got EVLO, I got DWAC, I got FRTX. As far as the TV, we got Rivian back up there going to the moon. We got a couple. Let me go ahead and slap a couple of these up here. Rivian, Siri, and Rivian, Siri. Tesla's always out wilding. All right. Whoa, wrong Tesla. All right, so DWAC coming back and testing this level that it recently passed. And like I said, this is why I make them a white line. I don't know what they want to be, especially at the beginning of the day. All this is a lot of pushing of people. Yeah, Pablo's getting it. Right.
Thanks, Lori.
C.
Blessed Friday nonetheless.
EVLO. DWAC. All right, so that's pretty much all I see right now. All right, so let's flip through some of these from the top. FRTX did end up going down under $1, so could not rise to the occasion. Siri went down to the 663s and coming right back up to the $7 in testing. Still red on the day overall since the close of yesterday. Tesla heading down as well. Rivian, big pullback from the 27.15s back into the 26s. GFAI, big pull down as well. Still kind of struggling above this level. Only 11% up. Can we get anything that can get up and hold its gains? DWAC right now is holding its gains up 37%, still up 10% out of the open. EVLO into halts here. So it had the same setup as DWAC. What is this? 1327 resistance on EV. And I'll make this a white line. Again, I don't know what this is going to be. I just want to make sure that it is a level that I'm looking at. If we look on TOS for EVLO, we can see that it has got over. So it had a previous consolidation down here, 615, got down to the $1, broke out of this 615 level. Where in the world can it stop though? Where? Oh, where? Because this looks like pretty much the lowest point. I don't know where it can stop, but it is at 1325s right now and has maybe a possibility. Well, it's got 19 up there. It's got a little consolidation here, and it had a little bit of consolidation here. So maybe a retest of the 11. and then a push to the 16. I mean, all of it's a possibility. But we'll see what EVLO wants to do on the open. Up 34%, up
DWAC,
27.
come on baby, let's keep IT going.
DWAC still pushing. Let's see. Yep, still holding that level pretty strong. 4 million shares traded on it. 4 million buckaroos traded on it. Let me look when EVLO is supposed to unhalt. EVLO halted at 9:40:10, so it should be opening up at 9:45:10. So in 3 minutes. So DWAC is pretty much the top mover. Let's see if more volume comes into it. 5 million shares trying to compete with the higher movers above it. Siri having almost 20 million shares up there. Tesla getting towards 20 million as well. So can we see them get really aggressive in DWAC and go ahead and push it up for that 20 mark? Looking over here on the level twos, let's see, it broke that 827. Can we see any large sizes? So we got a large size at, what is that on level 2? It keeps flashing. Where'd it go? Okay, 1950, 1940 has a 10,000 share position there. 1940. So that could be something we can take note of at 1940. Any other ones on the bid side? Let's see. Not really. Okay. So the thing is with the level 2s, you want to figure out, okay, is this 1940 a level that they're trying to sell things at or continue buying? Now, if we look at the current chart setup, how bullish it looks, 1940 is looking like a place where they will put limit orders to sell. If it breaks and holds at 1940 though, that's where things get very tricky and it starts to break to new levels and we start to see shorts get pushed to the moon. So let's see a break of 1940 if possible. It's at 1925, 1930s. And we're also about to get that open on EVLO as well. 1927. I'm going to jump over here to EVLO real quick so we can see this open and see what it does here. Okay, 45.10. It should be 9 seconds or 5 seconds here now.
Drop that 6K at 19.40, brother.
There it is. There's the open on EVLO. Touch this level, and we've seen all of them get through their levels. Can this one push through its level of 1340-ish? Getting up there tapping. Tap dancing, tapping through it. All of them with this setup have gotten through. But can it hold though? That's the problem. Look at this volume compared to everybody else. Volume only 1 million shares, but it wasn't a halt. Are people going to come over here now that it has the range? It's up 31%, up 25% since the open. It wasn't completely dead during pre-market. It wasn't completely dead yesterday. Had a nice push up. But yeah, definitely watching that. What happened at that 1940? So it's still trying to get that 1940 up there. We'll see what happens if it continues to be a level of resistance. But sometimes you kind of have to take notes in the moment because now look at 1940. There's nothing there, but that doesn't mean that interest still isn't there. So sometimes it'll disappear and you just have to take a quick note at 1940. Speaking of, let me just put a line up here so we can remember. Maybe possible resistance, but maybe not. We'll edit this to white. And we'll see if this holds up as support. Edit support. So we'll make this green. And so we got the 1940 it needs to break, and then this previous level that it broke out of 18.
It's about to pull away here in a few minutes, or a big drop.
Or a big drop, yeah, definitely one or the other. It's got to hold this 18 here, though. $18 is looking like the line in the sand. If it starts to break that down, it's definitely not going to be looking too great. EVLO gave a nice little pop up there to 1375 and stopped right at VWAP here. VWAP is currently at the 1216s and holding an indecision right there. Let's also look at GFAI. What did it end up doing? Coming back into play here. GFAI held up to $7, but just after this rejection, I mean, there's things that look a lot better than it, and that's why I think it's not going to perform as well, because there are better things moving with less volume. I mean, DWAC is definitely beating it out, and then EVLO down here is also bigger range and a better performance towards the top. So everything else is pretty much showing us red, though, on the day. Looking for that high relative volume. Right now, the highest relative volume that I see is on DWAC. Actually, no, it's on that FRTX, but FRTX should have a higher relative volume because it's 83 cents. Many more people can trade it. But DWAC is number 2 in the relative volume. And then we have GFAI and then EVLO. Let's go back up to DWAC. DWAC back up to that 1940 we talked about. Is it going to continue struggling on that 1940? They may have moved it off the books, but that doesn't mean they're gone. Another little rejection there at 1940. Yep. See, this struggle right here probably means that there's a big limit order trying to get filled here. There's a seller up here at 1940. They have a limit order. Every time it goes up, they have their limit order set for a price or higher or better. And so it's coming up, it's filling them. It's popping down. This has got to be a big order to pop it down like that, though. I want to see if they can push through that order and really take them to the moon. But there is a big limit order. That's what causes those pops. Those aren't market orders. That's not anybody just quickly buying, pressing the sell button. No, that's a big limit order getting filled. So I'm saying if it fails back below 1820, may have to give it a minute to try to recoup. EVLO, big moves down. Only 1 million shares, just not competing in the volume on the day. Let me look through some of this news while we're looking at this. Let's see. Any interesting news on EVLO?
DWAC, give it to me, baby.
EVLO. See, what you want is those aggressive buyers to come in here and just start buying market orders. And market orders means I don't care where you feel me, just get me into this. That's what you want to see. When you start seeing not so many pops, but you see a drive and those market orders just getting filled because people don't care where they get in, then it gets kind of scary for the shorts. So can we see the driver? Can we see them get into the driver's seat on this one? Through the 1940s.
GFAI, showing signs of strength. Keep an eye on it. It may want more.
Yeah, it's gonna have to bring it. DWAC is bringing the DWAC is bringing the heat, but it still doesn't have as much volume as GFAI. So I can see that could be coming in and bringing it as well back up to this $7, almost $8 for a pop. Another retest. EVLO big pop back up as well. Came down here to 1157, popped all the way back up here to the 1290s. Up, still up 21%. DWAC, are you gonna get the 1940 break, or is that limit order too much? 1940s. Ooh, okay. They took out 19. Wait. Look at those pops. Look at that. Look at that limit order getting filled. That is the visual representation of what a limit order looks like getting filled. Let's see if they can get back up there real quick. Are the buyers aggressive enough, or is that limit order too big on the 1940? It hit it. It definitely hit it. Ooh, it wasn't big enough. They're knocking out that 1940. It keeps getting up there and popping. That's some pretty okay. Getting sketchy here. 1940 again. Can we see it on the tape? 1939s, there's the 40s, 1940, 1940 again. Right back down. Okay. So on my level 2, on my tape, I mean, if you see green, it means that people are doing orders above the ask, right? If you see red, people are doing orders below the bid.
DWAC, let's freaking go. I hope y'all get in under 19 or at 19.
Let's see, 1940 back up there again. Continue to try to feel this thing and right through the 1940s. Now the question is, will it test back to the 1940s be, or will it? No, it looks like it's just pushing up to 20. And let me go back over here to what we had looked at on the daily chart, because I think 20 was, let's see, 20, and it's just not obvious. There's no obvious resistance. It's just moving up. So I can't really put a definite thumbprint on 20. This thing could continue to go. It's just not obvious. $20 right over the 20s there. I mean, how can you, what can you say? What can you say? Everything else is red on the day. So we have something with lower volume, but more range than anything else that's outperforming everything else that should be doing better. Everything else that is getting the votes of everybody else, this DWAC is doing better than it, right? With 8 million shares, hadn't even hit 10 million shares yet, but outperforming visually. I mean, you know, if somebody were to just come and look at the chart, they're like, wow, what's that thing ripping? You know?
DWAC, let's go. Who mentioned the move way I before it came?
Yep. Great call out. And it did hold up that previous level, and now it's making a whole new level up here that could become another level of support. The 1940s is, I mean, I don't even know if it'll get back to the 1940s. It's just going. Let's see how it attacks the, and actually let's look at the level 2s and see if we can find another level that it can break. Okay, not seeing any large sizes yet on the ask. Let's look on the bid. What was that? 12,000. 12,000. No, that's way down there. It ain't going there. Okay, let's stick over to the ask. I just don't see any big positions that are like walls for it yet. We'll keep observing. Almost up to $21 now. Almost 9 million shares traded. So definitely catching up with everything else. About to put everything else in this dust. Wow, look at that break of the 21. Wow, wow, wow. Up 59% now, 27% since the open. Insanity.
DWAC, it's getting extended. Watch for the pullback.
Yeah.
Profit taking wicks.
Looks like it wants 22 for a brief moment. Let's see.
GFAI
There's
wants
22.
more.
Oh, GFAI still coming up. Yeah, but I think DWAC is going to have to fail. DWAC is outperforming GFAI by so much. It's so much more attractive. I would wait for DWAC to fail to even touch GFAI, to be honest. It should not be getting outperformed by something like this. And it's looking like it's going into a halt as well on DWAC. So GFAI when I look at it, I'm like, eh. And then when I look at its catalyst on the day, I'm like, ugh. And then I see DWAC, it's got a lot of social media. Now, of course, it trades like a meme stock. Even when it came out, it was trading like a meme stock because of Trump, right? And so DWAC, I'm more along the lines of believing that it can continue going and moving like a meme stock, just like AMC or what are some other meme stocks? AMC, I forget. I'm brain dead. I don't know. But yeah, DWAC definitely getting up there and trying to touch the moon from $16 in this consolidation all the way up to $22.59.
What a beauty halt on DWAC.
Yeah, I'm just not believing GFAI is going to be able to compete. I'm just not a believer. Only up 20%. Just Rivian, woo, big old move down there, huh? Back from the 27s. Let me see when this thing is supposed to unhalt.
GFAI, trust me dog, if bulls flow there it will pop CUH.
DWAC, let's see, 958 or halted at 958.26, should be opening up at 9 or actually 10:03, or it'll be 9:03 for me, 10:03 for y'all. Just an hour ahead, 10:03. All right, so GFAI getting a little pop there while DWAC is in rest mode or pause mode. Are we going to see a battle between GFAI and DWAC is the question. Is that what we're seeing? Let's look on the level 2s and see if we can spot. So there is a $8 level here. Look at that, 11,000 shares still sitting out there. Now, I think we looked at this one earlier and it has 17 out there at the $8. So now it's got, the number is going up at the 8. So can it push through that $8 level like DWAC did? Is the question. 790, 791. Can we get that strong push? Can we see those 90s start to hold and a lot of green come over here on the tape? For you, wow. Well, I guess it can. I guess it can. I it definitely pushed a little bit. It got a little happy. So DWAC coming out of the halt in like 2 minutes, but it's definitely got some competition.
GFAI, there she goes.
What
What did I tell you, brother?
hey man, I I guess DWAC's in a halt. People have flown over to the next best thing, you know? That's we're seeing this same pattern go across the board. And this is within the first hour of the day. So let's see, man. We got 30 minutes to this hour candle closes. DWAC, I want to watch both of them, but I'm gonna see when DWAC is supposed to open up real quick. DWAC U, they got what is the U? Not warrants, but DWAC U, I forget. Acquisition utilities, yeah. Um 58. So on the 26, 53, 20 or 1003 26 should be opening up on DWAC. Now will attention flow back to DWAC? It got its little break. And we can look at the volume. First candle of volume has 6 million shares, then 4 million, and now this one's got about 3 million on that break. Let's flop back over to DWAC here once we have about 20 seconds left. Okay, 20 seconds left. We're going to watch DWAC real quick. If this is a 5-minute halt, it should be opening up on the 26th. '21, '22, '23, '24. Bam. Okay, there's the open. What we gonna get? What we gonna see? Woo! Okay, there's a little bit of heat. And pushing right back up there. Somebody wants this thing to stay up. That was a big buy off of this level of the 21 27s. There's some pressure there. I think it's going to end up going green here. It's got a lot of pressure under it. Can they hold it up, though? Holding up the weight of the world right now. Flip over here to GFAI. Continue to push up now. So I guess DWAC had his turn, and now GFAI, with even more volume than it, is pushing up. Pushing up. That is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of scanner cleanup here in a minute. Nicola. Any more low floats out here moving? Not really.
GFAI, entry 8.24, exit 8.38.
Whoa, that thing pulled back down quickly. But the other one did that too, right? DWAC did that too, right? Pulled back and then kind of went. So, I mean, and DWAC's up to 2023 now. So it's definitely outperforming GFAI. GFAI was a quick trap, looks like. Still, DWAC is outperforming. Quick trap on something else. You know, that FOMO. Everybody's like, oh, this got the same setup. We need to get in this. It's going to go. It went for a little bit. Hopefully they took profit. And now DWAC continues up to 50 bucks.
DWAC, let's go.
Man, this thing is going to the freaking moon.
GFAI, Quick scalp, let's go.
DWAC all the way up to 25s now. I mean, the shorts are absolutely getting destroyed on this play. Absolutely. Okay, DWAC coming back a little bit, but I don't know, man. I don't know if that thing's done. GFAI right back up above the 8s, just
GFAI,
like, yep.
What a rejection at 8.5.
Just like the last one. Played around with this. I don't know if this was a support or resistance, but
GFAI still has some strength if it can hold above $8.
Yep. That whole dollar level. Interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there. 825, 100,000 shares there. 106,000 shares. Wow, that's some big positions going in there. Wow, okay. Somebody's getting busy on GFAI. Somebody's happy. And they're on the bid. So they're trying to get the best offer. I don't know if they're going to start getting, and it's at 825. So we need to watch for 825s. Will it be buying or selling at an 825 test? Will we see reds or greens? That is a huge order. And it was two of them. It was like two or three of them in there. So somebody's trying to do something here to GFAI. Just make sure you have your risk managed. 825 is that level. DWAC still holding up its levels here, right above this previous level, 22s, 2250s, and floating right under that 2450. There was some huge orders that went in here. Ooh, GFAI bouncing up there a little bit. More big numbers coming in. Look at that, 128 at 850. Huge numbers there. Look at that, 129 again at 850. Who in the world is doing these orders on the bids? So 850, let's see if it's red or greens coming through on 850. What will it be? Will a new higher level form at maybe 875? This number just keeps getting bigger at 850.
GFAI, let's
Huge.
go to mention the move before it came. Why aren't you buying those CUH?
This isn't my strategy. I don't scalp to the top. I don't know if you've seen what I'm doing, but yeah, I play reversals or pivots. Somebody just text me. I don't just be buying the top. Yeah, I'm not in there in and out, in and out. I'm taking like one or two trades for the reap. Yeah, if I was definitely like, hey, let's go, go, go. I can press a couple buttons, but I don't see a point.
I see, I mean I get in before the pop and sell at the pop and extensions.
Exactly, that's your strat. And so you probably have a risk management system for that, right?
You seen in DWAC I was calling it out before it popped from 19.
Yeah, but we gotta understand. We gotta put disclaimers. We're not financial advisors, right? We can't just tell people when to buy or sell. We have to say, hey, this is the information that I'm providing. You do with it as you please. If you press the buy button and it flashes down, I hope you have a risk management system. It's not on me. I am fully taken out of the equation. That's the disclaimer. So,
Facts, none of this is FDA.
yeah, somebody get in and they lose their shoes, their hat, glasses, everything in one trade. And we like, hey, we thought you had a management system. We can you still afford cereal? I, all right, DWAC finally showing some red, and GFAI continuing up as well. Where's those big numbers? 850 still sitting there, not as big as it was, but I would definitely take note of 850 to see what a retracement there looks like. Will the sellers get big on 850? Because those were some huge numbers there, or it may continue to form another higher level on the bids. Can it do it at 875? Can we see those 100,000 shares come in there? But for the most part, me and a lot of traders that are in the Discord and in wherever we are, we trade the same stocks just at different times, different levels. Some people trade for the momentum because I know a lot of times Donnell will trade something that I trade when it dips. So he'll trade it above VWAP, be hitting it. And when you look at prop firms, I don't know if you've ever looked into prop firms and how they build their teams. Everybody on the team doesn't have the same strategy. Some of them are trading the highs, some of them are trading ranges, some of them are trading dips, but they become more profitable because they have people at each level to trade.
Hola.
And different ideas. Hey, this I see this level as possible resistance, and somebody else may completely see it as support. So, hola, reliable Rudy in the house. Reliable also does a stream as well. He does a lot of he trades everything. He does a lot of analysis of mid caps and large caps as well. More of mid caps than large caps. He also does what does he do? Dividends, portfolio building, all of that stuff. So definitely check out Reliable whenever you get a chance. Actually, let me see. Yeah, but Reliable gets to it as
I do it
well.
all. Does
Yeah.
Reliable trade like me?
Reliable, he takes scalps. But it's got Reliable. Tell him about your scalping. When you scalp, what are you looking for? Because Reliable, he's
I only do small cap low float stocks. How do you
Reliable.
trade?
Oh, Reliable trades low
AKA
floats.
all of the
Yeah,
stocks today.
yeah. He trades low floats too. But he scalps differently than I was.
GFAI.
He's
Above
not like scalping, scalping,
9.00 will be
scalping. He's
awesome.
getting in and he. I don't know how to explain Reliable. Reliable will have to explain his methods to you because I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. That's why every trader is different because I just don't have his brain to explain it.
Make sure to
GFAI
hit the like button and
still getting
subscribe
up
if you
there.
enjoy the content and want to see more.
GFAI has a top up here of the 7. What's his top? 7 or 886, my
I
bad.
try to identify where the longs get in based off strength, also where shorts exit. I try to find areas that more people are going to buy than sell. GFAI, watch for the gap fill potential from 9 to 11.61 double exclamation mark.
Yep.
Trim the levels and hold a piece for the dream.
Yep. And that's what I had to kind of start doing. A lot now for me, I like to buy dips, but I like to ease into the position. Like I'll take, 250 here, 250 there, 500 here, and I like to let it prove itself. If it takes off while I'm still building a position, oh well. Let's see where it goes. And then I just take profit as it goes up, I want to let the shorts build me a position by pushing it to lower prices and entering a level of previous consolidation or previous support. That's what I'm looking for on the daily chart. Like
if the stock is $500, if it's 5 cents IDC.
GFAI floating there. What's this other one? QNRX. Let me see what this thing is. QNRX just popped up there. I don't know what it is. It's up 30 something percent.
I see. Shoot, we could be trading together. I'll check out your streams.
QNR. But yeah, for the most part, all of us are looking at the pretty much the same things because it starts off with volume and range. Every day for a day trade, volume and range. Now, if you're swing trading, if you're long-term investing, volume may not matter. But day trades, volume and range is where it starts, and then you put in the other things in there, the other factors, catalyst, and all of this stuff. But you got to start with volume and range. And when we say range, we mean the, I guess the amount, the dollar amount that something can move, or the percentage gain that something can move. If something is moving dollars, $2, $4, well, it's a large percentage chance that you can get 30 cents out of there, 40 cents out of there because it's moving so big. Just like you did today on DWAC, freaking opened up to the moon, and now GFAI going to $9. So we're seeing some crazy little movers out here. DWAC BRDX, that one I don't like. All right. GFAI crawling its way up to the top spot on the top volume movers. And also DWAC close behind it. DWAC now down to $22, showing a little bit of red.
GFAT, entry 8.77.
GFAT, or maybe he's talking about GFAI, maybe. Let me see, GFAT. Nah, he's got to be talking about GFAI. So it had the same setup as DWAC. Nice, nice. Nvidia coming on down, oil still going up. Everything's looking nice.
Go Donald.
GFAI is taking it to the moon, man. He wants to touch 10, baby. So if we look on TOS, we can see this thing had a gap down and now it re-entered this gap fill. And the top of the gap fill is 11, and it's kind of testing above this level right here of the 891s on GFAI right now. So a whole lot of opportunity here if the longs can get active in this gap. Let's look over here on DWAC as well. Pulled back $4, so I don't know if they'll be able to push it back up there. But I do know that GFAI is definitely getting some love from the community.
I mentioned that gap fill.
Yep. So the great thing is all of us use like different tools and things, so we can sometimes see things that others can't, you know.
GFAI, entry 8.77,
8.6.
exit 9.40, good, left money on the table.
Pablo said he's still
I'm
holding.
still holding from 8.5.
Still getting it, baby. Appearance. What are we trying to do here? I want to go to
Donald, amazing.
let's see. Colorize.
Thanks, Lori. I feel greedy.
Somebody's calling me. Give me 1 sec. Yeah. Nope, not taking that one. All right, so yeah. GFAI and DWAC were the opening bell demons out here that definitely wanted to take some shorts up to heaven. We'll see if their volume continues throughout the day. If they need to dip, they probably need to dip and test and make a new highs above GFAI.
Check out our Discord. No paywall. Free to join. https://discord.gg/8b2fjutwpe.
Okay.
Lori Lee. Donald, you're always playing it safe and winning. Don't be greedy. Reliable Rudy. BDRX is one you could take a look at.
BDRX. Yeah, I seen it. It's over here on the scans here. It's just the volume is how would we say it? I had an old football coach says when we used to do things poorly, he would say it's piss poor effort. So BDRX is pretty much right there, piss poor effort. When it comes to volume, it's only got 476 shares traded on it. We look for volume and range, and right now we've spotted the volume and range.
Thanks, Lori.
But if it has some kind of continuation catalyst on it, that could be good. So let's go look and see if it has any kind of catalyst on it. If it doesn't, it's a biopharmaceutical, Biodex pharmaceuticals. Let's come up to this current month, and not a lot to show for it. BDRX not looking good.
You'd say that. But early signs of some longs getting in.
Where? Let's see. So it had this nice little crash down. Level at 15, gap down to 1054, and then a gap down here to 624s. I guess the early signs that you're talking about are these bigger wicks that got pushed down, maybe, but I just don't see a catalyst behind this that'll cause it to break higher. You know, I want to see you have some volume, have a good day where it gaps up, and then, you know, downtrend. Yeah, it had a little low here of the 351s. So let's see. Where's the freaking... So it's got this type thing going. Something like that. And we can extend that to that'll be the right side. So, I mean, it's got a little uptrend, but yeah, it's going to need a little bit more. DWAC and GFAI. Now, for something like a swing trade, maybe. But this probably isn't the best day trade on the day, especially with all the competition.
Rex, big spread also.
Yeah, it's got a really big spread. 660, it's a 30-cent spread. So if you do a market order, you may lose a lot. You're gonna have to do a limit order to get into that one. QNRX, EVLO failed off of that level. DWAC now headed back to 20, headed back down to that white line that we didn't really know what it would be. Maybe it'll be support. I don't know. Siri coming out the bottom. Rivian, boy, just continue to die down here into this previous consolidation level of the 24.39s. Now, could it get a bounce? Possibly, but on today, you know, it could still get a bounce, but is it really worth it on Rivian? Anyway, so we pretty much have seen the two big movers out of the open. I'm going to go, since I didn't see anything that I really wanted to trade, I'm going to go and get me some breakfast. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays and Wednesdays, I have a little bit of a shorter stream because I have actual meetings in the morning as well. But I do continue to communicate in the Discord, and Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm always active in the Discord. Like you can text me at any time or whatnot in the Discord, and we can definitely chat. We do have the video chat in the Discord as well, and things like if you want to show like a trade or whatever your analysis thesis is, you can do that in the Discord. The Discord has been dropped in the chat as well. But yeah, that is the day for today.
Bye all.
Um,
Happy weekend.
yeah, definitely.
Reliable Rudy. I'll toss the stream on. I only have time to stream for about an hour.
Nice. All right, so Reliable, he's gonna be streaming for about an
Reliable
hour.
Rudy. Y'all welcome to join me.
And he can drop a link to his featured page, so you'll see when he goes live. In here in the chat to his featured page, so you just be able to click that and go over there. But yeah, definitely check out his channel as well. We try to put out a good bit of content. Try to do some pretty good market analysis, but we always do the disclaimer, you know, make sure, hey,
42.
buying
Y'all
and selling is
one,
on
guys.
the trader themselves.
Pablo
Make
Scobber
sure
42.
that you have your
I may
risk
be active
managed.
Here and there. Pablo Scobber 42. Just wanted to give y'all a glimpse of how I trade.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hey, trust me, we've seen a lot of traders. And the best thing is, you know, either way it goes, as long as it's working for you, that's all that really matters, you know. You got that fast brain, just get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, you know. Some people they take their time, boom, boom, boom. But different traders, as long as we're all attacking these things and walking away with a little bit of profit, I think we're all gaining experience and we're gaining what we need to become better in the future. But anyway, that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button if you're on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, definitely hit the follow. But I'm going to be done for the day and going to get me something to eat. I'm going to enjoy my weekend, and I'll be back on Monday morning.
Pablo Scobber 42. Wait, are you trading as a side hustle or taking it full time?
Nah, I trade as
Do you have a corporate job on the side or what do you do?
I trade as a side hustle. I am a computer scientist by degree. I am a cybersecurity specialist by trade, I guess you can say. I focus on building, maintaining, and protecting different cyber infrastructure. So that's what I do when I'm not doing this. And I just do this as a side hustle because I work with computers all day, so I can basically watch the market. I don't trade all day. I'll just watch. Sometimes I'm in the middle of work. I just come in, glimpse in, hey, what's that doing or whatnot. But yeah, I have other things that I do as well. But yeah, that's about it. Just an old simple person, just taking my time, trying to learn from other traders, and also try to expound upon what I've learned. So yeah.
Pablo Scobber 42. That's good to hear, brother.
But yeah, I'm about to get on out of here, get to this food, and as always, I will see you guys
Pablo Scobber
in
42.
the next one.
I'm trying to take this to the next level and trade full time.
Oh, you trying to take it full time? Hey, do what you gotta do, man. Whatever you do for current work to fund your accounts, do what you gotta do. Mine, I'm like, look, I can do both. I have a lot of flexibility.
Pablo Scobber 42. Still trading as a side hustle as well. I used to do this full time back in 2021 to 2022.
Nice. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's according to your circumstances as well. What I've been focused on is building up dividend portfolios, building up other types of revenue to work for me as I continue to trade. So, I take a little bit of money. Yeah, I put some in the trading account, but I also do some dividend purchasing. So I can fund. So basically, dividends. A lot of people they see dividends. They're like, oh, what's that? Blah blah blah. Dividends are just like hiring employees, right? And each portfolio that you have is like a company. So you build a portfolio of, let's say, oil dividends, or let's say, I don't know, energy dividends, whatever you got, and they pay you. They work for you. And if they're not performing well, guess what? You can drop them. Be like, hey, we'll pick up something else. Whatever. It works like a business as well. So I'm not just day trading. I have other portfolios out here as well on the back end, real estate and all that. So, I bees out here in these streets hustling. But yeah, again, I'm signing off for real this time. We can continue the conversation in Discord or in another stream. But yeah, I'm about to get out of here for real. All right, y'all. Have a good one. If you're going to continue trading, keep your head on the swivel. And
Pablo
as
Escobar.
always, I will see you
will be in touch
in
because
the next
I am
one.
trying to start a dividend
Peace.
portfolio as well.
Check out
That is crazy.
Reliable
Passive
Rudy as
income
well. He
coming
does
in yearly.
dividend
We
portfolio
are very
building.
like-minded. I will be sending you a private message. GD. Later.
Peace.
Lori Lee. Good luck, Pablo. Lori Lee. GD.